My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for choosing us. And we begin with interventions by two key eyewitnesses, which appear to have contributed immensely to efforts by police investigators to unravel circumstances surrounding the killing of Otumfuo's Asantehene on Sunday. A farmer and a priest failed attempts by the unknown culprits to bury and conceal every trace of evidence by quenching the fire set to the late chief's vehicle in apparent attempt to burn his body. My colleague Okehime Interior has been speaking with two on their motivation for the acts of bravery and has come through with this report.
Asantehene is one of the most important chiefs within the palace setup and within the Ashanti kingdom in general. Now, he is one with whom the king has dedicated or delegated to some special duties. And one of his special duties is to protect the golden stool. That is, any time the golden stool is out before the king, normally the golden stool walks at war times before the king. And Asantehene is one unit. His group fight in front of the golden stool, that is to say, protecting the golden stool as well as protecting the king. Many other groups do a lot of work, but his is important because very close to the king. So we notice that sometimes when the king is on the move, a lot of people sing war songs, motivational songs behind the king. Asantehene has that privilege too, where whenever he goes out, people sing war songs in praises of the Asantehene. That is to tell you that he is important. He belongs to one major group. In the Ashanti setup, we have about 12 divisions within every state and within every big town. That is the country Akwamu, Nifa Donting, up to the Nkoswo, which was created not long ago. Asantehene belongs to one of the groups that is called Manyure Feku, or Manyure Division. And within the Manyure Division, a lot of important chiefs are put together to form the Manyure Feku or the Manyure Division. And they are roughly about 24, 25, of which Asantehene is one. And is not just one, but one of the most important people within the group.
Has, his current state, where probably is deceased, has this created any vacuum as far as his responsibilities to the golden stool is concerned?
Well, as much as I know, within the Ashanti kingdom, they are fully aware of this vacuum situation. So they have planned it in such a way that vacuums are normally not created. Just as we are telling you that within the setup, there are about 24, 25 important chiefs. Anytime one is absent, the other takes over. So that is why a vacuum will not be created as far as the position is concerned. But I can also say a vacuum is created because of the way he does his things. It's very difficult for two people to play one single role perfectly well the same way. So the way he does his things might not be the same as the one who would take over. That is where a vacuum can be talked about.
To the ordinary Ghanaian who probably is not an Ashanti and wants to understand how important the Asantehene is, what would be your reaction to such a person?
Well, we have said earlier that he's one of those, his group protects the golden stool. And the golden stool is, of course, the most important landmark within the Ashanti community. So the golden stool and Asantehene are a twin. You cannot separate them. So if somebody is protecting the golden stool, then certainly he's protecting the Ashanti king. And if you are protecting the Ashanti king and the golden stool, then you are protecting the Ashanti kingdom. A person who protects the kingdom cannot be said to be a small person. He is indeed of very great significance to the kingdom.
How would, for instance, the Asantehene takes, news of demise of somebody who plays so much important role in his palace?
It is only natural to accept the fact that it will go deeper to hurt him. It will hurt him a great deal. He is not just a chief. He is somebody very close to him. Even before the person became a chief, he was his chief driver. So imagine somebody, your chief driver you trust most, who has also become a chief, whom you trust most and therefore protects you. Of course, nobody needs to be told that it is one of the pain of Asantehene.
And that was monarchical historian Osebun Susafo Kansanka telling us more about the role and influence of the Asantehene at Menchia. The police called off an earlier media briefing on investigations so far. My colleague Ohimin Teria has updates for us. He joins me on phone with the details. Good afternoon to you, Ohimin. What new do we have on this situation?
Good afternoon, Aisha. What we do know is that the Regional Police Command was supposed to address the media and brief the media on police investigations into the alleged killing of Asantehene Nana Kojo Afodo so far. But unfortunately, as journalists waited patiently, waiting for the command to start the briefing, the news also came in that the command has postponed the first briefing indefinitely, which just means that journalists will have to still wait for a while before getting more details as to what led to the murder of the late Nana Asantehene, and also what police has done so far as investigations into that brutal killing is concerned. There were also news of a police officer who was shot last night at Manso Abodom, and journalists were so eager to hear some more details on the killing of the police officer. So journalists left the regional police headquarters disappointed, not knowing what to do next. Just that some of our colleagues who were there, had to once in a while consult with the police officers, public relations outfits, to get some more details on the incident. So, Aisha, I can say journalists left the command disappointed.
The police called off a press briefing this afternoon, and do we know why? Have they been explaining to you why that press briefing didn't come on?
They didn't give any detail. They have called off the press briefing and communications for a later date for the event will be sent to the journalists. But we have been taking information that the Regional Police Command in the last few days has been so busy working on some important criminal issues. For instance, the killing of the Nana, who we are still discussing. And then there's also this story of a police officer being shot just last night at Manso Abodom. And before this, there were also a series of cases that the police has launched investigations into. For instance, don't forget, it's not been long ago that the Regional Police Command started investigations into the kidnapping of the Canadian nationals, and right from there, it has been busy investigating some car snatching syndicates and a whole lot of issues. So I wouldn't be surprised that maybe the command wants to gather enough information on all these cases. And when they meet journalists, and journalists also ask questions on this, especially what appears to be serial killing of women in some parts of Kumasi. All these are pertaining issues that I think journalists will be asking questions and would want to get details on all these issues. So maybe it could be one of the reasons why the police postponed the press briefing, to get more information to feed journalists so that they wouldn't find themselves wanting when journalists ask some pressing questions.
Grateful for the update, Ohiming-Teria. Let's keep our eyes and ears on the ground, and we'll come to you again in our subsequent bulletins and update our viewers on this developing story.